When you scroll through people's lives, it's hard not to notice. They all seem to be doing better than you. Better careers, better partners, cuter kids, nicer houses, the kind of vacations you screenshot and never book. And after enough scrolling, the question just shows up uninvited. Why not me? That's usually where envy slips in. Quiet at first. Then you're wanting what they have. And somehow your own life starts feeling smaller because of it. But here's something Epictetus pointed out. And honestly, it's the kind of thing that's easy to forget. Everything you want comes with a price tag attached. The real question isn't whether you want the thing. It's whether you're actually willing to pay for it. Maybe you weren't invited to the party. Maybe a coworker got the promotion that should have been yours. Maybe your neighbor just got a new car and you're still taking the bus. And everywhere you look, there's another couple with kids. While you're single and childless, not exactly by choice, Epictetus would say, most of this stuff requires sacrifice. We just don't see it because we only get the highlight reel. We don't see the cost, the money, the hours, the stress someone paid to get there. And here's the thing. If you're not paying that price, you don't really have a claim to the reward. That's basically his whole argument. To own something, you have to be willing to buy it. So, is it actually worth it? Let's find out. Next time you catch yourself wanting something, stop and ask what it actually costs to get it and to keep it. Take fame, for instance. Takes a lifetime to build. Takes about 30 seconds to lose. It runs entirely on other people's opinions, which, last I checked, you don't control. So you're always one bad week away from losing the whole thing. Same story with success, running a business, climbing the ladder. Whatever version of making it you're chasing. Looks great from the outside. Our whole culture is basically built around chasing that kind of status. Makes sense people go after it so hard. But that also means long hours. Burnout, real burnout, not the I'm a little tired kind. Sometimes it means being nice to people you can't stand. Smiling at someone you secretly resent every single day. Climbing that ladder might cost you parts of your own values along the way. So, do you actually want to pay that? What about your social life? What's the real cost of being the popular one? The person who gets invited everywhere. Who knows everybody? Epictetus has a point here too. Socializing isn't free. There's no such thing as a free lunch, as he put it. Every invitation, every person who wants your time, comes with strings attached. Maintaining a social circle eats your time, whether you notice it or not. You're expected to listen, respond, care, even on days you have nothing left to give. You show up because it's expected, not because you want to. Stay quiet too long and friendships fade fast. Often that means saying yes when you mean no, laughing at things that aren't funny, agreeing just to keep the peace, slowly becoming the version of you that other people are comfortable with. It's the same story with most things we want. Relationships cost time, energy, compromise. Pets need responsibility, routine, care. Kids take all of that, plus your freedom, plus your sleep. Comfort costs money, and the moment you get used to it, enough keeps moving the goalpost. Before you know it, you're stuck chasing something that never quite satisfies. Knowing all this, you might still feel a bit cheated for not having these things. Nobody wants to feel like they're missing out. But Epictetus actually has good news here. Because even if you don't have what they have, you probably have more than you realize. Let's look at why. Say you're not exactly famous, and someone in your circle who throws a dinner party, the kind everyone's talking about. You weren't invited, so now you're not just feeling left out. You're feeling like you missed something everyone else got to enjoy. But Epictetus pushes back on that framing. Sure, you missed the invite, but the invite comes with hidden costs too. Here's how he put it. If you weren't invited to a dinner party, it's because you didn't pay the price the host was selling it for. Attention and flattery. Let's be honest. Once you're invited, there's instant pressure to show up. Dress a certain way. Follow whatever the unspoken rules are. Then you spend hours with people you don't particularly care about. You're expected to be charming to the host, bring a gift, ask how they're doing. And for most of the night, you're basically background noise. Half the guests are faking interest. You fake it right back. Doesn't mean the party's not fun. Just means it's not free. Now, say you weren't invited. Yeah, you missed the party, but you also don't pay for showing up. And if you're the type who knows better ways to spend an evening, not being invited honestly isn't the loss it feels like. To make his point, Epictetus uses this comparison about lettuce. Say lettuce costs 50 cents. Someone buys it. You walk away without it. That doesn't mean they're better off. They have lettuce. You have the 50 cents you didn't spend. Same logic with the party. The people there might be having a great time. But you've got the time, energy, and attention you didn't burn on it. You didn't have to go. Didn't have to tolerate people you can't stand. Didn't have to sit through conversations you don't care about. Didn't have to put on a mask just to fit in. Same goes for relationships. Maybe you don't have one. But you've kept your time, your energy, your freedom. Maybe you don't own a bunch of expensive stuff. But you've kept the money you didn't spend chasing it. Maybe your social circle's small. But you've kept your peace and your solitude. Epictetus isn't saying never pay for anything. Pay the price if the thing actually serves you. Whether it serves you or not, that's a separate question entirely. Comes down to what you actually value. For the Stoics, it was never status, pleasure, or other people's approval. It was inner peace, flourishing, virtue. And Epictetus had plenty more to say about all of that. For now though, let's just say with a lot of external things, the payoff isn't worth the cost. And sometimes by missing out on something, you end up keeping something worth a whole lot more.